The internet is buzzing, ARMY timelines are on fire, and theories are spreading like wildfire. Today's hot topic is none other than Mr. Lee, the ever-mysterious bodyguard who has been by Jungkook's side for years. But this time, it's not his protective stance or sharp eyes that caught everyone's attention. It's his hand, a mysterious symbol on his hand that seems to hold a secret meaning tied to Jungkook himself. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking reveal. It all started when fans shared close-up photos taken after a recent event. In one of the clearest shots, Mr. Lee is seen standing silently, his fingers interlocked in front of him. And there it was, a fresh tattoo, bold yet elegant, etched into the skin on his right hand. The design is unlike anything fans have seen before. A looping line that resembles a ribbon, a tiny heart above it, and a faintly drawn musical note right next to it. Within hours, ARMY began connecting the dots, comparing it with Jungkook's own tattoos, his favorite symbols, and even lyrics from his solo songs. Am I crazy, or does that look like something Jungkook has talked about before? One fan tweeted, attaching a side-by-side comparison of Mr. Lee's tattoo and Jungkook's own microphone and note, tattoo on his arm. Another fan wrote, it almost feels like a promise mark, the kind Jungkook would understand instantly. The reactions didn't stop there. Some fans went deep into decoding what this tattoo could mean. The ribbon-like design was compared to Jungkook's iconic purple ribbon he once drew during a fan event, symbolizing connection and loyalty to ARMY. The tiny heart above it, they say, is not just random. It mirrors the heart Jungkook often doodles during lives. And that musical note? Fans think it's a nod to Jungkook's love for music, almost as if Mr. Lee is silently saying, I'm here to protect not just you, but the music that defines you. The chills only grew when clips from concerts resurfaced, showing moments where Jungkook would glance toward Mr. Lee during particularly emotional performances. Fans now wonder, had this tattoo been there longer and they just never noticed? Or is it new, done recently as a quiet gesture of solidarity during a pivotal time in Jungkook's career? What's even more fascinating is the timing. Jungkook has been in the headlines non-stop lately, from dominating fashion shows in New York to shocking fans with impromptu lives and unreleased song snippets. The pressure has been enormous, and Mr. Lee has been spotted closer than ever, guarding him like a shadow. The tattoo almost feels like a symbol of silent brotherhood, something that doesn't need words but says everything about loyalty and trust. Psychologists who were asked to analyze the image have said that tattoos like this often symbolize protection, remembrance, and commitment. When someone chooses to place such a visible mark on their hand, it usually represents something they want to carry into every interaction, something that is part of their identity. One expert explained, fans are now left wondering if Jungkook himself had any influence on this design. Was it a private conversation between the two? Could Jungkook have drawn it, or at least given his blessing? One particularly viral fan thread suggested that the tattoo could have been done after a very emotional night on tour, when Jungkook reportedly teared up backstage. Maybe this was Mr. Lee's way of saying he will always be there, through every stage, every song, every moment. The post read, garnering thousands of likes. And then there's the darker side of the speculation. Some fans can't help but wonder if this tattoo is a warning, a sign that Mr. Lee is preparing for even more intense moments of protection in the future. After all, Jungkook's global fame is at its peak, and the challenges that come with it are no small thing. The symbol could be a reminder to himself, stay vigilant, stay loyal, stay strong, regardless of its true meaning. One thing is certain, this tattoo has deepened fans' respect for Mr. Lee and his role in Jungkook's life. He's not just a bodyguard anymore. He's a silent witness to Jungkook's journey, someone who has stood through the storms and now carries that bond visibly on his skin. Every photo, every clip of Mr. Lee now feels different. Fans are zooming in, analyzing every detail, hoping for another clue. Some even say they spotted Jungkook smiling knowingly when he saw the tattoo, though whether that was coincidence or confirmation is anyone's guess. What will this mean going forward? Will Mr. Lee ever address it? Or will it remain one of those quiet mysteries that fans can only speculate about? For now, ARMY can't stop talking about it, sharing theories, and waiting for the day Jungkook might hint at its meaning in a live. One thing is sure, this isn't just ink. This is a story, a bond, a promise etched in skin. And the chills we get from seeing it, that's just the beginning. But this story doesn't stop at the tattoo itself. Because when you look back at Jungkook and Mr. Lee's shared history, the pieces start to fit together like a puzzle. Longtime fans know that Mr. Lee is not just another face in the security team. He's the one who was there when Jungkook broke down in tears after an exhausting encore stage in 2019, shielding him from cameras as they left the venue. He's the one who stood just off stage during the most vulnerable moments, like when Jungkook spoke about his fears of disappointing ARMY, or when he opened up about the loneliness that comes with fame. Fans have recalled seeing Mr. Lee's silhouette in the background of countless behind-the-scenes clips, always a steady presence, always the first to notice when Jungkook needed a moment to breathe. Some even remember a now iconic moment during a stadium concert when Jungkook slipped slightly on stage. Mr. Lee was there in a flash, his hand reaching out instinctively, though he stayed out of the spotlight so as not to interrupt the show. It's these moments that make the tattoo feel so much more than decoration. The heart, the ribbon, the note, they aren't just symbols, they are memories. They're a silent vow. I've seen your highs and lows, and I'll keep standing here no matter what comes next. One fan thread went viral last night, recounting a rumored backstage interaction that happened last year. According to staff who witnessed it, Jungkook was exhausted after rehearsals, sitting quietly in a corner, head down. Mr. Lee reportedly crouched next to him, saying nothing for several minutes, simply waiting. When Jungkook finally looked up, Mr. Lee handed him a bottle of water, patted his shoulder once, and stepped back. No words were needed. It was like he knew exactly what Jungkook needed in that moment. The staff member allegedly said, "Fans are now romanticizing the idea that the tattoo could have been born from a moment like that. Perhaps after one particularly hard night, Jungkook confided in him. Perhaps even drew the design himself as a way to express gratitude. There's something poetic about the idea that a bodyguard, someone whose job is to protect from physical harm, would choose to permanently carry a symbol that also protects Jungkook's heart. And the timing only fuels the theory. Jungkook has been in what many are calling his most transformative era yet, stepping into new music, new partnerships, and new challenges. Having Mr. Lee make this mark now feels almost ceremonial, as though he's preparing for the next chapter of guarding someone who is no longer just a global star, but a cultural icon. Fans also noticed how Jungkook's behavior toward Mr. Lee has subtly shifted in recent months. In clips from airport departures, Jungkook has been spotted giving small nods, quick glances, even smiles in Mr. Lee's direction. In one recent video, Jungkook appears to wait for Mr. Lee to catch up before stepping through the doors, something that ARMY immediately picked up as a sign of respect and trust. Psychologists say that bonds formed under extreme circumstances, like global tour, constant travel, and the intense scrutiny of the public eye, often go beyond the usual employer-employee relationship. They become a kind of chosen family, a safety net. When you are surrounded by millions of eyes, the one person who is always steady, always near, becomes an anchor, said Dr. Kim, a behavioral expert who spoke about the phenomenon in an interview. Perhaps that is what makes this tattoo so chillingly beautiful. It's a reminder that Jungkook's story is not just about stages, lights, and music. It's also about the people who quietly stand behind him, absorbing the chaos so he can keep shining. The question now is, will Jungkook ever acknowledge it publicly? Will there be a live stream where he smiles mischievously and points it out, confirming what fans have suspected? Or will it remain one of those deeply personal things that never needs to be explained, because its meaning is too private to share? For now, ARMY are keeping their eyes open, watching every new public appearance for another glimpse of the tattoo, waiting for the day when Jungkook might glance at it and smile. That small, knowing smile that says, yes, it means exactly what you think it means. Because sometimes the loudest stories are the ones never spoken, and sometimes